And then when you feel ready, you can take your legs out, spread them as wide apart from each other as you can. And you can assist the internal rotation of your legs by using your hands. Now at first I want you to really tighten the thighs, flex the feet, and notice what that feels like. Have your spine nice and erect. But then I want you to let it all go, because we're practicing in the yin style. So I just kind of gave you the definitions of yin and yang. Yang would be more active, it would be more dynamic movement. Yin is more passive. So to be more passive, we have to relax the muscles. Naturally, you're not going to have like 100% relaxation in your muscles, but at least in the areas that we're working on, like right now in the legs, you want to try to let go of the bigger muscles as much as you can. And because we're conditioned to kind of go all the time, what often happens when I say relax the legs, relax the muscles in the lower body, is people start to clench their jaws or raise their shoulders or fists, because we always feel like we're supposed to be doing something. But really in this practice, the practice is to not do anything at all. So to be as passive as you can, to be as receptive as you can. And what this does is it lets the breathing circulate more freely to move into the deeper levels of the body, to take blood, fluid, and qi into the connective tissue, into the area through which the primary meridians stream. So these primary meridians, they're kind of pathways that run through the body and interconnect your internal organs. They carry blood, they carry oxygen, they carry energy and fluid, and allow it to circulate through the body. Now if you have an injury, or if you have some sort of emotional trauma, those things in particular will inhibit the flow of qi through the body. So this stagnant qi creates pain, whether it be emotional, physical, or both. And it also, over time, inhibits the movement of qi through other parts of the body. So it doesn't become just isolated, right? You have a channel, for example, we talked about the kidney meridian. If you have pain in one area, it's not just going to localize and stay there unless you get to it really quickly and you clear it. If you allow pain to become chronic, it travels deeper into the body. Same thing if you're not sorting through emotional pain, right? At first it's like okay to kind of suppress that anger, not sort through it, not deal with it. But then over time it starts to manifest as symptoms in your physical being, in your physical body. So you might start to feel like neck tension, or you might start to have back pain, or you might get restless. So if we're conscious of where we're holding, like what the yin practice does is it brings you into your body so you see where you're not comfortable. It gives you the opportunity to breathe into those areas, to notice what they are and bring them up, let them go. You'll very often experience when you practice yin a frustration, because when you hit those regions where you're not comfortable, the mind starts to go off, right? But these I like to think of as like clearings. It's better to have this frustration, the emotional stagnation rise to the surface so that it can clear, rather than be suppressed at that deep level and not be dealt with until it presents itself as some sort of a disease. So your yin yoga practice can be kind of like one aspect of your preventative medicine, to anchor you into your body. Whereas with the yang, or more active types of practices in general, you're using your body to move through poses. In yin practice, you use a pose to move into your body. So you sit in a position, and by breathing, you start to anchor deeper and deeper. Of course, you have to peel through layers to get there. It's not easy at first. You're going to feel tightness, stiffness, discomfort. But the best thing that I suggest is not resisting what comes up or thinking that you should be in a different position. Like sometimes you'll sit for your practice and you're really, really stiff and you wonder why you can't get in as deep into the stretch as you were yesterday. We all know that yoga should be done as a non-competitive practice. But I think the most competition we have is with ourselves. How come I can't go into that stretch like I did last week? How come I've been practicing this pose for the last year and I still can't get into it? Yin is about acceptance. It's about being okay with where you are right now. And the practices that we cultivate on the mat, in this room, in the yoga class that you attend, or at home, are the practices that we try to carry into our everyday lives. The emphasis in the West has become to use yoga as like a physical exercise. But always remember that yoga in its essence is a practice of training the mind. We use the physical aspects, the asana practice, for that purpose. Because as your body releases, you're able over time to sit and be present with less discomfort. Not that you're going to ever be completely comfortable, but at least be able to have moments where you can really savor. Relax your shoulders and move a little bit deeper if you can for about 5 more breaths. And then use your inhale to pull up. And with this stretch, you can just lean back and very carefully bring your legs back to the front. You may experience numbness, tingling, and other strange feelings. But that's part of that release. In the areas that are very stuck or inhibited, once they release, you have kind of these bursts of chi movement.